What's going on, people? We are Tottenham TV here, and welcome back to episode 5 of this week's Unpopular Opinions, or this international break's Unpopular Opinions, I should say. And it's been a good one, and let's get into it once again. And this one is from Arnfinson, and he says, Sessegnon could have been one of our best players if he got game time and didn't get injured a lot.
I wouldn't say one of our best players, but I definitely he could have been a much better player for sure. I do think there's something. I do think with Sessegnon, as much as he's struggled, I do think there's someone there, a player there if we can unlock it. But I think this Conte system, if he gets any sort of game time in it and stays injury free, it could be the best thing for him.
It's
I think
impossible
it could really
to say,
suit.
though. It's impossible to say because
I think it could suit him, this system.
Yeah, it could suit him, but we haven't seen anything from him in a Spurs shirt apart from that goal in the Allianz, funnily enough, against Bayern Munich for Sessegnon. But this is a bit of a case of what if he didn't get injured a lot, but he does get injured a lot.
Yeah, no, I don't agree if he could have been one of our best players or anything like that.
If my auntie had bollocks, she'd be my uncle. You know what I mean? Like, he gets injured a lot at the end of the day, and even when he hasn't been injured, he hasn't shown anything, in my opinion. I know he's still young and has got time on his side, but even in the Premier League for Fulham, I don't think he showed much. And
I think he was all right in a relegated Fulham side, actually. I actually did think he showed quite a bit for Fulham in a really poor Fulham team. I think he showed quite a bit. He got like 3 goals and 6 assists. It was pretty decent. For a 19-year-old teenager in a struggling Fulham team, that's not bad.
Yeah, I mean, in terms of output, yeah, fine, that's not bad. But whenever I watched him, I just wasn't impressed.
I saw some stuff which was decent. I also think the qualities.
I saw some stuff, man.
I did, and I think as well his best qualities are arriving late at the back post and getting finishes, and that's perfect for how Conte wants to attack. So it could be the best thing for him. But in terms of him being one of our best players or anything like that, no, I don't agree with that.
Yeah. All right, let's move on.
Yeah.
What's this
Glenn
one?
Liddell says the biggest problem at Spurs from the football side is the coaching. Players very rarely improve rather than fester and get lazy.
I mean, that's definitely been the case over the past couple of years since Pochettino has left.
Yeah.
But when Pochettino was here, that wasn't the case at all.
Yeah, the coaching was our biggest strength.
Yeah.
I think under Mourinho, we weren't so much we were tactically coached, but not like coaches in to improve as players.
Yeah, and he just let the fitness just get so bad.
Yeah, I think under Mourinho, I think he's a very good manager in terms of
Tactically.
Yeah, so that's why he's so good with Chelsea and Inter Milan, because they didn't need to improve his players; they just needed tactical management. But at Tottenham, we need someone who can coach our players and improve them as individuals.
Yeah,
that's what Poch did. That's what Conte is very good at. And so I do think, in general, for the last 2 years, it's right. We have probably lacked a lot of coaching, and the players who are average have been allowed to get worse. The players who are fantastic were stayed at a good level. But the team and squad in general probably decreased in terms of overall ability.
Yeah, I completely agree with that. Since Mourinho, I think this is spot on, to be honest. I think it's absolutely spot on.
Yeah.
I don't even know if it's unpopular, to be fair, but that's Glenn Liddell's unpopular opinion. Let's move on. We've got Mift Mitaz saying, Gio is the best player in the box-to-box role. Wants the ball at his feet, decent passing range, can tackle, and he plays that role in Argentina. He may actually plays a few different roles in Argentina. Sometimes he plays out on the wing, sometimes he plays box to box. But is he our best player box to box in terms of our squad? Looking at the squad now, I think he might be. I'm not sure. I mean, there's Hojbjerg there, obviously. Who else can there be? It's only Gio or Hojbjerg.
Yeah, I mean, he's probably better in terms of a box-to-box role. He's probably better than Ndombele right now.
Definitely better than Ndombele.
Better than Winks in a box-to-box role. So I think he's probably.
Is he better than Hojbjerg at box-to-box?
I reckon if they're both at their best, yeah. But I don't think Lo Celso's been at his best for a while in the Tottenham show. That's been the problem. I do think in terms of ability and what he can do, in terms of his attributes, he's definitely best suited for. He's the best player who's suited for the box-to-box role out of anyone. And I think as well, when he used to play, in that couple seasons ago under Mourinho, when he was doing a box-to-box role really effectively, I don't think Hojbjerg's ever hit that kind of level of performance. But it has been a while now since we've seen real genuinely game-grabbing performances from Lo Celso, which we did see.
I think we'll start to see it more now.
I'm praying we do, because I really believe if he could go to another club and really shine. So I think we have to persist with him. And I do think he probably is best suited if playing well to that role.
Yeah, I do think that's his best role. I always preferred him a bit deeper. I think he can do a lot better work deeper, gets more involved in the game, and he can control the game more when he's more centrally. So
and he has some bite. He makes tackles. He's not one of those passengers.
He does. And, you know, people are so forget when, like, under Jose Mourinho, just before lockdown, he was literally our best player. He was taking the game by the scruff of the neck on his own. Literally.
Yeah, forgetting for like a few months he was doing it.
Yeah.
He was.
All right, let's move on. Who's this next one from?
Pram says, this season we could see the best performance of Ben Davies under Conte compared to his whole career.
Yeah.
You reckon this could be Ben Davies' best in his whole career? I remember there was one year under Poch, just after Rose got injured. Like he started the season on fire. He got like 8 assists or something ridiculous, like in the first half of the season, and then it kind of tailed off at the end. But I remember that was probably the best you've ever seen of him that year. I do think him consistently in a left centre back role. We'll probably see a much higher level performance than we've seen recently. I don't think he'll ever hit the level he hit like 4 years ago where he was that good.
But it's a different position, so it's hard to gauge it at the end of the day. But I think that already this season we've already seen him probably more in the opposition's half than we've seen him on the opposition's half the last 2-3 years.
Yeah, that's definitely right.
You know, and that's at a centre back role, not a left back role. So I actually agree with this. I think this could be Ben Davies's if it carries on the way it's going and Conte still utilises him and like doesn't buy another centre back in January. This could be. It really could be.
But it's definitely right now the best role suited to him and getting the best out of Ben Davies. And he probably couldn't have wished for a better manager, in my opinion, to come in.
Literally. All right, next. Next up is Gareth Ward saying Hojbjerg is bang average, wouldn't have got anywhere near Poch's best 11.
He's not bang average, he's above average, but would he have got near Poch's best 11 with Dembele and Wanyama, I guess? Probably not. I reckon Wanyama and Dembele at their best are both probably better than him, to be fair.
I think much better than him.
Yeah, I think they're better than him. I think Hojbjerg is better than both of them in some aspects, but I think the things that when Dembele and Wanyama are very good at, like they just trounced Hojbjerg.
The thing is with Hojbjerg, right, the fan base treat him like he's like one of the best CDMs since sliced bread, literally. And I do think the fan base do overrate him quite some bit. And like way too often he has these games where he just can't pass a ball and he's just running around like a bit of a headless chicken and doesn't really influence things too much. But then on the flip side of that, he has games where he's like best player in the park. His energy levels are absolutely second to none. But that's not what makes you a good player. You know, you need all the components to make you a good player, and I think Hojbjerg misses out on a lot of those components quite regularly.
I think he's like a very good all-round player, but he's not like exceptional at anything. There's nothing he's exceptional at. For example, like Wanyama was exceptional strength, exceptional defensive ability, and covering ground and stuff like that. Dembele was exceptional at dribbling, holding the ball off, being press resistant, moving the ball forward. He was exceptional at that. Like Hojbjerg, you could argue Hojbjerg is like a better passer than both of them, but like he's only a good passer. They were kind of average passers, kind of thing.
I don't even think Hojbjerg's passing's even that good.
It's not, but I'm just saying it could be. But you could say like he's a better passer than Wanyama, for example. Like he's but he's only good at those things. He's not exceptional at anything.
Yeah.
And that's what maybe makes him a player that you can probably put in surrounded by better players. But he's not a player who's going to drag you forward. Maybe.
Yeah, and like, I think the Spurs fan base overrate him because of the passion.
Well, he did have an electric start, didn't he?
Yeah, but it's because of the passion he shows. That's what it is.
He could definitely I think he could definitely be in a team like higher up in the league and challenge. He could be part of a squad challenging for a title because he's kind of a player who you can he's very reliable.
Yeah, but that's the thing. He needs to be a squad player. He can't be that player that you call on every single week in, week out, always in the team. I think he needs to be a squad player in a title challenge.
Reliable player, but he's never and a good all rounder. But you need to have exceptional players around him. For him to thrive.
But I do believe that if he's going to be in a title-winning side, it's as a squad player, not as like the first point of call.
Yeah, probably. I mean, I reckon he could start for City every week, and they could win the title with him in the team because he has De Bruyne next to him. You know what I mean? He has exceptional players next to him, which make up for his deficiencies. But at Tottenham, he has we're expecting him to be exceptional when he's not.
Yeah. All right. Go on. Let's go to the next one.
Next one is Chris Liu Says Ndombele is overrated as last game he subbed on, touched the ball 6 times and gave it away every single time.
That's why he's overrated.
So based on one cameo, he's overrated.
That's why he's overrated.
If we judge players, every player on cameos, and every player in the league is probably overrated.
Yeah. In terms of, is Ndombele overrated? I don't think his technical ability is not overrated, but when you talk about him as a whole complete footballer, maybe he is overrated because his mentality doesn't match his technical ability.
Yeah, I mean, well, it depends how highly you rate him. People saying he could be the best Premier League midfielder. Maybe you could say it's probably overrated. I do think he's got a very high level of ability and skill, which very few Premier League players do match in terms of all centre mids match for sure. But we need to, unless you're doing it consistently or more often than not, you're playing well. At the moment, it's more often than not he's not playing well. Then yeah, obviously he's going to be under the bracket of mediocre. Unfortunately, that's just how it goes. But I'm hoping Conte could be the guy to really unlock the true potential of Ndombele, because we all know there is a serious player just ready to be unleashed.
Yeah, and God help Ndombele in these 2 weeks of international break. Conte is going to grab him and literally make him work like a Trojan horse. But yeah, that is episode 5 of your Unpopular Opinions. One more episode left to go. I hope you're enjoying the series. Let me know in the comment section below any thoughts regarding any of the unpopular opinions we've spoken about today. Like, subscribe and comment. And as always, come on you Spurs.